Just weird. Just weird, weird, weird. Hello. Not you. Hurrah, hurrah, hurrah. Don't like that one. Don't like that one. Not that one. Certainly not that one. Nope. Hello. Somebody, anybody? Nobody to play with. Nobody to play with today. I like that one. You sit here and talk to myself. Still talking to myself. stay. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, you don't have to say hi. Hello? Anybody out there? Anybody want to come play? Hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Come on. Say hello. All alone. I'm all alone. Okay. Okay. Welcome back to my weirdness. Ugh. Come here, you stupid roll of tape. Okay. So I'm putting together a journal because I got this fairy stuff and I wanted to put together a journal with it. Hello, Victorian Age. How are you? Welcome to the weirdness. Well, the continuation of the weirdness. What's wrong with him is that his daddy just got home from work and hasn't gone in to say hello to him yet. Mikey. Yes.
He's busy having a conversation with his father.
Let the dogs go, please. And they're off. "24 pages. Yeah, the minute his dad walks in the door, like he hears his dad and he just goes crazy. And the next thing you know, it's just drives me bananas. But he loves his daddy. Ooh, I don't know. This one? No, this one. This one. This one. Okay. Never second guess yourself. Yeah, I used to have a Pomeranian who, whenever I would leave the house, would rub his back on the bottom of the coffee table, and he would rub a bald spot on his hind corner. And so we got to the point where we had to end up giving him medication to calm him down. They get very, very attached to their humans. It's the pack in them. And he happens to absolutely love his daddy. And when his daddy goes to work, he doesn't like it. And then when his daddy comes home, it's like, daddy, 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 until daddy goes in and talks to him and lets him out. Because he's a little dog, so he stays kenneled when daddy's not home, except when grandma takes him out. Because they just like their kennels more when they're little. I do use wet glue from time to time. I'm just not in the kind of the mood to do it. And the tape roll's just faster. And I don't know if you've ever seen me do a complete journal, Claire, but I'm real quick. I don't like to go slow. I actually did a whole journal in a 2.5-hour live stream. And these tape rollers, I'll run through probably 2 or 3 of them in a journal. That's sad. Let's see. Yeah, I'm actually pretty quick at this. This particular tape runner holds really well. And it's because it's not really tape. It's like a semi-dried glue. So when I put this on, once it's adhered, it turns into like a glue, which is why I can pick it up when I first put it down and reposition it. I have Tombow. I don't choose to use it 90% of the time. 90% of the time I choose to use this. So. Yeah, I love this glue, and I get them pretty inexpensively too. I buy them on Amazon, and the company that makes them, they do a package. You get like 13 of these tape rolls for like $20, which is really inexpensive for tape rollers. And like I said, they turn into like a glue once they're down. Oh, tape roller down. Yeah, I got one of those too. Mooch's fries and anything else he can get his face on. Only mine's a cat. Washi tape is not strong at all. Washi tape is like, I guess the best thing to kind of compare it to would be painter's tape, like masking tape. It's not very strong. And that's really, if you look at the definition of washi tape, that's actually what it's just the definition of it is. It's decorative, low tack masking tape. And it literally is just kind of decorative. When I put it down, I actually put glue or tape under it to get it to stay, because otherwise it just comes right off. It is certainly not something that I would use to support anything with. Now this one's too short for the page. I knew that when I cut it because it's a small piece. Gooey scissors. Cut. Hey, Jake. But this is actually not. You guys have seen these a lot. It's not actually tape. It's actually glue on a runner. Kennedy, do you have your wrench? Let me see. Yes, you do. Yeah, it's a crossbred glue. My Tombow and my art glitter glue had a baby. And it became this glue. That's what happens when you put them in the same adhesive drawer. Relationships form. Bonds are made. Babies are created. Yep. So, boys and girls, that's where glue runners come from. The mommy tape and the daddy glue love each other very much. This one. This one is, I think it's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6 manila folders for this one. Oh, too bright. Way too bright. That's better. It's not perfect, but yeah, I can do that. Hello, Skylar. Kennedy, what do you think I'm doing? Let's start with that. What does Kennedy think I'm doing? Good night. Kennedy, I'm making another journal. Because I can. Because I have nothing else to do without my witchy. And I'm bored. Really? I know who you're yelling about. You're going to do MMM tomorrow? Why do I need to make another? I need to make another one just because I can. Come on. Let's get lined up. There we go. Muy good. Knock it off, Mama. Well, see, here it's only 11:30 at night. So, what is it, like 12:30 for UK? It's 1:30? 1:30. Yes, I'm going to reinforce the spine and everything else. The last page of this beige. I'm about to kill another tape runner. It's gonna happen. It's gonna die. I know it's gonna die. And it's dead. Yes, Kennedy, I will actually do this one. Hey, sweetheart. I will actually embellish this one for once, yes. I actually started embellishing the other one because everybody told me that I should. The little golden book. So I've actually started embellishing that one. I was working on that the other day. It's just kind of hard because usually when I do a journal, I try to pick a theme before I put the journal together, before I ever put the book together. And so for me, it's like, okay, I know what this theme is going to be, so I know what my paper should look like. I know what colors I'm working with. And because I never really intended to decorate that journal, I don't know what I'm doing with it. And it's frustrating. So, but I am decorating it because people told me to. People were like, you have to decorate it. You made it. Well, this is not a tape runner. This is actually a glue roller. It's a semi-dry glue on a roller that I use instead of like a tape roller or instead of wet glue, because I am definitely not a fan of Tombow. I don't like that adhesive. There's really nothing about it that works for me in any way. Because before I started doing this, I actually made boxes, handmade party favors and things. And I find that Tombow has no strength long term. It literally just falls apart long term. It's not a good adhesive. I like red line tape, but the problem with red line tape is it takes 4 times as long to do a project because you have to sit there and mess with it. And then you get all that red stuff sticking to you and you can't get it off, and it gets all that static. So it's a pain in the behind. And so on my search for a better mousetrap, I actually came across this company, and they make this semi-dry tape, glue tape stuff, glue, that once it's adhered and you give it a few minutes, just like you would any glue, it becomes a permanent bond. And I started using it on my boxes, and it lasts forever. It stands up to my grandkids, so that's kind of the ultimate test for me. Does it survive the grandchildren? And it did. It does. Because to me, there's nothing more frustrating than spending time putting something together and making it beautiful and creating it and then having it fall apart. This does not fall apart, and I like it. Yeah, it's great. See, like the big ATCs, the ATG guns, I don't like them. I have one. I don't like it. I don't like them at all. I think that they're clumsy, they're inaccurate, they're expensive to refill. To me, they're just not worth it. And their permanent adhesive is far from permanent. And I see everybody going on and on and on about their ATG guns, and it's just like, stop. Stop, stop, stop. And yet I know people that swear by them. I'm just not one of them. Yes, Kennedy, you might be right. It might be Glape. Yes, Claire, in my opinion, it is definitely more trouble than it's worth. I'll call Webster's. No, see, I have Tombow. I just don't like it. I think it's caca. Not worky for me. For some people, I'm sure this works just fine. It just doesn't work for me. Not going to pay that kind of money for something that doesn't do what I need it to do. I don't even like that one. Need 3 more sheets. That's all black. That's not going to work. Nope, nope. Definitely not. Nope. Don't like that one. No. No. Too bright. Nope, nope. So it's not. No, too yellow. That's hideous. Nope, nope. No. No. Oh. No. 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 Next one. Not whimsical enough. Too bland. Too Victorian. Yucky doo doo. Caca. Leaky poo. No, no. Oh, wait a minute. We got a contender. Here we go. That'll work. No. Stripes. Yellow. got? What do we got? No, definitely not. No. Beautiful paper, but not for this. All right, need a book. What have I got? No. 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 Definitely not. Absolutely not. No. No. Oh. Possibility. Enchanted Garden might work. No. Huh? How much have I got? Okay, the easiest way to answer that is go watch my room tour video. Because it is ungodly. Nobody should have that much paper. Nine. Blue. Perfect. Yeah, I did a room tour on about 2 weeks ago on just my actual craft room, my office. But you have to keep in mind that I do art professionally in different genres. I'm a costume maker, which is where I get a lot of my trims from and a lot of my fabrics. And I've been doing mixed media stuff for a while, quite a while. I own a small business making party favors. See you later, Claire. What did we use? Who else is hanging out? Can't just be me and Kennedy, since there's a lot more people in here. And you go to bed?
No, not yet. I wanted to let you know I mailed that stuff to you this morning.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Okay, so it's just me, Kennedy, and the Nightbot. Okay. So, Nightbot, are you working on anything interesting? How about you, Kennedy? You're always doing something different. What are you up to? Hi, sweetheart. Were you hiding? Okay. I'm about to kill another one of these. Might make it through the end of this book. Maybe. Ah. Cool. I started with purple and ended with purple. It works. It's purple. Oh, man. I'm about to kill this one. Gonna die. It's dead. Oh, well. Get another one. to work. I hate when somebody whines. Oh, I ran out of tape. You don't run out of tape. Do not run out of tape. Never run out of tape. Okay. Book done. This page was just 10 the fuck in the beginning. It's my little scissors. Okay. All right. What do we got? Got loads of paper here. Oh, what fun this is going to be. Let's see what's in here. Thingies? What's a thingy? I am using thingies? Yes, I'm using thingies. I have lots of thingies. Okay, gotta be able to come up with some kind of cover for this thing. No, not ephemera. Embellishments. Hey, Magic Woman, what's up, Wanda? Nope. Yes, thingies are lots of thingies. I have baskets of thingies and bags of thingies and things of thingies and containers of thingies and even more things. Hey, there's a thingy I didn't even look at. I like that thingy. Yeah, I like that thingy. Okay, so now we need some glue, Bog of Eternal Stench. All right, let's start with the Bog of Eternal Stench. Ugh. Ugh. I don't want to get it on me, because if I get it on me, I'm going to smell the bottom journal stench. And yes, I am Ludo. Smell bad. You, stay over there. I love flutterbies. Flutterbies are my favorite things. And dragonflies. Flutterbies and dragonflies. Love flutterbies, love dragonflies. You know what this needs? This needs a mushroom right here. Big old mushroom. Let's see if I got a mushroom. Where would I look for a mushroom? In the fairy stuff. Too big. Okay, need a mushroom. There's one. Oh. Be it ever so hard, you please let go. No, I don't think I like that either. Needs another mushroom. It thinks it needs another mushroom. Not those mushrooms. It needs another mushroom. Cooler, smaller mushroom. He thinks. You garden gnome. No, can't use the garden gnome because he's as big as a damn mushroom. I won't use the mushroom either now. See what happens when I start to thinking? I start losing my mind. Can't make a decision. Can we all just go back in the package now? Thank you. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm just putting that there. That there. And then yep. No. Too much purple. Just too much purple. Oh yeah, that's more better. Definitely more better. Night, Wanda. Stop by any time, honey. All right, more Bog of Eternal Stench. Really got to come up with fabric glue that's less stinky. This stuff's horrid. Horrid, I tell you, horrid. I mean, it works, but still a pain in the butt. Fast grab, quick dry. Holds fabrics, lace, trims, leather, and wood. Washable. Great for quick repairs. Acid and lignin free. Flammable. Eye irritant. Really? Do you think? All right. I need purple tape. No glittery stuff. Okay, I need your tape in here. Well, I just don't see the one I want. Has to be here somewhere. There it is. All right. More on this side. Okay, so is anybody doing anything other than watching me make a silly fool of myself doing yet another journal in a live stream? You might miss. Somebody's got to be doing something. Watching and enjoying the noises. Mama, are you okay down there? You're just like flipping out, weirdo. So I went to an estate sale. I didn't mean to go to an estate sale. I was trying to go to Tuesday morning. But I saw this sign, and it was bright green, and it said, estate sale! I had to go. Because, well, you know me. I've never seen a sale I didn't like. Especially one that started with the word estate. Because estate usually means older person, and older person usually means crafter or collector. And usually, I have found that when your estate sale signs are written on poster board with a magic marker and placed on the side of the street, you generally do not know what you're selling. And I have to come and see. I would say something else, but it's not nice to say that people are ignorant. But, you know. So, I went to an estate sale. And I got some good stuff. Let me move this out of the way. You guys want to see what I found at the estate sale? It was some cool stuff. So, at the estate sale, they had these. They had this one. And then they had it in blue. And it came in this cool little box. And I thought that was cool, so I got those. And then I got these. Aren't they pretty? And they had these. And I like the hot air balloons, so I got those. And they got these. I like these. See? Pretty. And they had these. This is a tulip. And these are like different types of tulips. Ah! I got those. They come in these really cool boxes that are like velvet. And then this one, I was kind of upset when I opened it because it has this one in it, but it only has like a couple of these. But as a bonus, it had these sailboats, so that was okay. And then they had this one. So I got these two, which I thought were really pretty. And then I was just about to leave, and I noticed some stuff sitting on top of the washing machine in the kitchen. So I went over to look. and I found an old Scrabble board, like an original Scrabble board, and it even had the had the little sales description thing inside of it, you know, like where they would sell all the board games that they have at that manufacturer. And at the bottom, it said prices slightly higher in Canada and west of the Mississippi. And I went, ooh, because I know what that means. And that means that that game is really old and it may be an original. So my husband's doing some research on it. The box is in pristine condition. All of the tiles are there. All four of the wooden panel tile holders are there. And the board is in mint condition. So my husband's looking to see if it's worth anything. So I'm probably going to put some of that stuff in the auction. Who knows? You never know with me. I might just decide to keep it for myself. I could be stingy. It could happen. All right, it can't happen. I'm just not like that. I see stuff like that, and I think of other people. And I'm like, ooh, Barbara would love this, and so I have to buy it. And I go, ooh, but she would love that, so I have to buy it. Bad habit. Somebody's got to do it. Tape. More tape. Tape, tape, tape. I might sell it. But you know what? And this is something that I say all the time, and I you know, nobody I think believes me, but if there's something that you're looking for that's different, that's unique, that's kind of off the wall, if you email that to me or, you know, instant message me or whatever and say, hey, you know, I've really been looking for this for months and I can't find it, I will scavenger for you and see if I can find it for you, because a lot of times I can. And that is because Vegas is extremely transient. People move here. They think they're going to, you know, be able to get a job and make a life for themselves and this, that, and the other thing. The problem with that is that in Vegas, almost every job you get, you have to get a sheriff's card. The sheriff's card basically is like a background check that says you can be around money and that you're trustworthy. Problem is, there's a lot of people that come here have criminal histories or whatnot, and they cannot pass a sheriff's background check. So since we have gambling in gas stations and we have gambling in grocery stores, and I think about the only place there is not gambling is McDonald's, and to be honest with you, if you go to the one that's on the Strip, there's gambling in there as well. You must have a sheriff's card to work anywhere in Vegas. And so people can't get jobs, and then they get stuck here, and then they have to leave because they can't work, and so they like get rid of their stuff. Whether they sell it at a yard sale or they donate it to a thrift store, one way or the other, it's going to end up in my hands. I make sure. So if there's something specific that you've been looking for and you can't find it, you tell me, and when I scavenger, I'll scavenger for you, and I will see if I can find it. Because the odds are, if it's out there, it'll end up in Vegas sometime, and that means it'll end up in my hands. You can't, you need to keep it? Oh, you mean the board? Yeah, I thought about it, but I don't know. I'm not a big Scrabble player. Not my thing. I know I can't break it up, though. I won't break it up to sell it. But if it has value, I will get rid of it. I will just sell it to a game collector. That was my foot. Just dropped a very pointy pair of scissors on my foot. That hurt. But my owie's getting better. The dead skin finally came off, and now it's healing, which is a good thing. Even if it's worth something, I have to keep it. Why? You gonna come play Scrabble with me, Candy? That's right. Kennedy and I are gonna have a Scrabble showdown. Get ready to spell. Well, I mean, there's plenty of people that have original Scrabble boards out there. I would be excited if it was like an original Monopoly or original Life. But I don't know, Scrabble, just not that thrilling. All right, talk amongst yourselves. I got to go chase Hubbard off to bed because he has not gone to bed yet, and it is now 12:30 at night, and he has to get up, go to work in the morning, which means he's probably sleeping in front of the television. I'm gonna go get Hubbard up. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. Hi, kitty cat. Honey. Okay. 12:30. Okay. Okay, so Hubbard's not sleeping on the couch. He's looking up the video game, the board game. He says, circa 1950. But he's going to keep looking. Whew. All right. Okay, that's all done. short pages. Hey, man, where's the bog of eternal stench? So it says it's like 1950, somewhere in that area. Come on, Kenny, keep people talking. You're the wrench in the room, babe. $1977. Cool. See, sometimes you just add that one more thing. I don't like the fact that this doesn't have any glitter to it. Like everything else has got glitter except for that. What is y'all's favorite clown? Just messing with you, Kennedy. This needs color. Needs some glitters. Yep.
1952.
1952.
That's when these guys bought the rights to the game that started production after Macy's wanted it in their stores.
So these were originally made for Macy's. Give or take.
Pretty much that's what gave them their big break in 1952.
Who? Macy's or the game?
The game.
Okay.
Actually, it was prior to 1952, but there was such a big demand that they couldn't hold up to it, so they ended up selling it to these guys.
Oh.
And that's where you got this. This is like 1952, maybe.
Cool.
But they have since sold it to a different company.
Parker Brothers. Everybody eventually sells games to Parker Brothers.
Right. So, okay.
Thank you. Appreciate you finding out for me. More Wikipedia. All right, now it's better. Because now it glitters. Now, see, I'm just glad you didn't ask that question when Laura was still in the room, because her answer would have been John Wayne Gacy. That's my version of Wink Stella. And it glitters just as good, too. See? Okay. Because I don't like to pay a lot of money for stuff. I'm telling you, if Laura was in the room and you said, who's your favorite clown? She'd be like, John Wayne Gacy. I'd almost bet $5 on that. A serial killer clown? That's her thing. Okay. Need a little more bog of stench down here. What are we doing up there? A little bit up there, too. Okay, I think it's done on the front. I like the front. The front is good. It needs some diamonds or something, some rhinestones maybe. But other than that, I think it's okay. All right. So now we get on to the first page. What are we going to do on the first page? Well, that's where that pad of paper comes in. Where is it? I don't know. The craft troll ate it. Hate the craft troll. There it is. Right there. Okay. I like it. I like it a lot. And I don't have to ink this page because it already looks inked. Now, what should I do with you? Okay. I know what you need. You need rickrack. La-di-da-di-dum. Di-da-di-da-dum. Di-da-di-dum. Di-dum-di-dum-dum. Di-di-di-dum. Ruby pink rickrack. There we go. Hit this pink rickrack. Oh man, I'm gonna have to do this whole book with the Bog of Eternal Stench. This is so gonna suck. Yep, this is gonna suck. What? I don't want to do that. I am going to put jewels down this, I think. Jewels! Jewels, I tell you, jewels. Okay. All right, guys. I have now been here for 2 hours, including my 4-hour show earlier. I have been live for 6 hours, and that's enough for any human being to endure. So I am going to sign off. I've got video still to finish processing. Put one up earlier. It's kind of cool. We make this thing. So if you want to find out what this is and why I made it, check out my video. I uploaded it earlier. And I will see all of you tomorrow at Mixed Media with Stacy and the rest of the Poodle Pack. But until then, subscribe, like me, ring my bell. You guys know the deal. Until then, I love you guys. Bye-bye.